Hey,
Hello, hello.
hey, my favorite Canadian.
Oh, well, you have so many
Did
Canadian
you like that? Did you like that?
favorite. Wow.
With it. I'm so good.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Hello, 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 June. Hello,
I
hello.
hope you're feeling better. Can't
Oh,
wait to hear all about the class you took. Hi, guys. What's going on? How are you guys? It's Tuesday. Welcome back. We are starting our weekly bake along with Mar today.
Manhattan.
Anton, hello.
I think there's some good cookie stores or supply stores there. You have to go on the hunt.
What's it called? Cake New York?
I'm not sure, but I've seen photos and there's some
New
big,
York cake, no? New York cake?
something like that. I'm sure you
Yeah.
Google it, you'll find it. There's
Hi, Karen. I think, I don't know if it's you, Karen. I think I owe you an email or a message. I did not forget, or if Karen is listening. Hi, Debbie.
welcome, everybody. So today, we're switching around from holiday to because, it's the big cookie holiday season that's on the way.
Well, in my defense, I have prepared this for Friday. Okay, so this is I'm gonna be doing pumpkins with. Can you guys see?
Yes, we can see.
Pumpkins with Snowman Cutter, but today I'm doing Christmas.
I'm going to start with, so Halloween is coming, guys, and Halloween is if you haven't done cookies yet, Halloween is the time to start because, hey, it's monsters. If stuff's not perfect, it's okay. Then you get a little bit practice, then you can do your Halloween cookies. Then you get ready for Thanksgiving. Again, more practice. Then Christmas. Well, then you pull out all the stops. By then you're a pro. And so you got to start with your Halloween cookies today. I'm not doing Halloween. Friday we'll do Halloween, but today we're jumping right to Christmas. But it's just to give you guys, you can do it if you haven't done it yet. So let's just do a little roll call here. I see a bunch of people are popping on. Hello, Karen.
Hi, Camille, Heather, Byron, thank you.
Cynthia.
Carlia, that's a really nice name. I like that. South Africa. Hello.
Trisha, Karen. Camille, hello. Hi, Byron.
Let us know what's going on. Did we started any Halloween?
I think I asked last time, does South Africa do Halloween?
Cute turkeys. I hate the ones I have.
Yeah, the turkey does not inspire me.
Oh yeah, I like the June's idea. I was looking at the Instagram just quickly, and Marlon was doing a little, what's it called, ASMR?
An unbox. Yeah, I did.
It was fun. I like all your new tools.
So if you guys want to see it, I just posted on my story on Instagram me opening a box of some goodies that I got. I actually left them upstairs. It's a lot of texture. It's not a cookie supply. They sell ceramics. And years ago, Martha Stewart posted that store. And she posted a wood mat, that yellow wood mat there.
Yes, I have it too. Right? You have it as well? I've used it.
So you can see it's all textured mats. If you want to make cookies that have no icing, you can kind of like roll out and have.
Never mind the mats. I really like the little rolling pins you got. Those look really neat.
I like those for the basket weave because basket weave's so long to pipe. If I can skip the piping and just do it right in the cookies. Hello, April.
Hello, Naomi.
See, she's saying not really Halloween in South Africa.
Hi, Lisa. I'll focus on harvest theme. Oh, I like that theme as well.
Harvest, yes.
Yes, that's also very nice. Yes, I am super excited. Do you guys want to see what I made for the collaboration for tomorrow?
Oh, you're gonna give them a peek?
I don't know. Should I? My patrons actually already have a peek. It was released. They can actually, if you are a patron, you can see what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
There's a collaboration with Amber.
Really, really nice collaboration.
Well, I'm going to go first just because my cookies are sitting here and mine are buttercream. And I know what you're doing, so I'm going first.
Okay, so Lisa, so I'm going to do a peek after Mari's done. So I'll go get it while she's decorating so I don't interrupt her.
Okay, so guys, I'm working on buttercream and I tweaked Han's recipe. So if you've been watching me do the buttercream cookies, you know I've been using her recipe and you'll find it on her blog. I did add the supply list to the coffee shop and you'll find the link to her recipe in the supply list. And this is a recipe that's unlike anything I had previously made. It's very soft. Do you want to talk about your recipe?
You mean the sour cream one?
Yes.
Yes, it is a sticky dough to work with. You have to use some flour, but it does make
tasty cookies.
Soft, tasty, like almost like cakey-ish cookies.
You know what I was thinking?
Like cake, but they do have a surface on them that it's like crusted. It's not like, you know, exposed cake with a crumb or anything like that.
I was thinking it's a bit like a whoopie pie.
Oh, yeah, kind of ish. Yes. What I love them with, I have to say, it's maple buttercream.
Oh.
Yes, I have made them with maple buttercream, and it was really, really nice.
So these, I replaced about a half a cup of the granulated sugar with brown sugar.
Yeah.
And I added micro chocolate chips.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and so I just did a variation. And so we're going to decorate a buttercream version. So if you've been following me for any period of time, you know I'm royal icing all the way. But for the holidays, if you're having kind of like, you know, family time and stuff, buttercream is a little bit more forgiving and like just, I don't know, it's more like kid kind of family friendly. It squeezes out easier. Anyway, it's just to offer you an option. If you like the royal icing, great. This is just a design option for you guys. So this is Anne Clark Cutter. It's in the supply list. So I'm just adding.
Is this upside down?
No, I've got it right side up. The pom-pom is right there.
Okay. Oh, that's true.
So here's the pom-pom. Now, if you're a beginner, a marker is just helpful to give you kind of just where stuff should go, you know?
I'm hungry too. Debbie's hungry. I'm so hungry.
And so you see here, I'm just adding a little bit of a guideline. Now, you don't have to do this.
Marker, is this Americolor brand?
This one is the Americolor.
Do you like it on this kind of a cookie better than the really firm? Do you think it's more?
My cookies are frozen, so they're a bit sticky. They're a bit.
Frozen.
Yeah, I froze them because I made them earlier. You know, it's like to prepare for the live and stuff. So I had made them in advance.
Yes, Heather, we have done a live stream on baking cookies that come out so perfectly. Yes, we have. If you look in, it's probably June. Maybe we'll do another series before the holidays. It might be a good idea to do another one.
So I baked on the perforated mat.
And do you have your supply list?
Yeah, I didn't put the perforated mat though. I forgot about the perforated.
It's in the coffee shop, Marlene's coffee shop. I'm gonna put the link in the below there, so you can.
Okay, so for Santa's so the thing that I did experiment with is working on a frozen cookie. I have to say is very good if you're doing buttercream. Because
yes, you had mentioned it last week. I remember now.
It sets up the icing of the buttercream very nicely. And sometimes if your buttercream is a little overly soft because of your hand, well, this helps to kind of set it up. If your cookie's frozen, and then you can just when you're done, pop them back in the freezer until you want to serve them. It takes no time for a buttercream cookie to thaw out. It's not like a cake. And I'm just adding the face area here, and I'm working on the face first because it's in the middle of the cookie, and so then I'll be less prone to messing it up. And here's a little artist's palette, and this is a craft.
That is a tiny one, huh?
It is.
Hi, Julie. You're not late. You're just starting out. Thanks for coming.
And so you're able, with the tip here, to get very meticulous. You see here, I'm just smoothing it out. I mean, he's supposed to be an old man, but we don't want him that wrinkled. So I'm just
okay. That's how she's pulling it out. We don't want a wrinkled
So you can see here, and I've got a paper towel here on the side, and I'm just rubbing off the, and it's already kind of like setting up from the frozen cookie underneath. And now I'm switching my bag, and I have no tip in. This is the tipless bags. And I'm just now adding the red. And I'm leaving a little bit of room. You see here, this is the perimeter right here. And I'm increasing the pressure right here just to take the hat there.
Hello to Lydia. Hi. Sorry, I don't know how to neighbors. I hope that's your name. Debbie. Hi. Julie, what kind of cookie dough did you use? So we talked about this in the beginning. If you wanted to.
Since it's your recipe, you can.
It's a recipe from my blog. It's a soft sugar cookie dough recipe. It's a recipe that uses sour cream. It's a bit stickier to work with than traditional cutout cookie recipe, but it produces really like soft cookie, almost like cake cookie. It's really something like a store-bought, right? Like when you buy the soft.
Exactly right.
It's like a store-bought, like it's thicker. It's, you know, the edges are not like super perfectly sharp, probably. Right? I mean, they're pretty good, but it's not like a, 90 degrees there.
So here you can see I've got everything kind of on that needs to be smoothed, and everything else is kind of more flowy. So now I have a star tip.
Thank you, Camille.
And right here I'm starting so that I've left exactly the amount of a piping tip on either side of the head here. And I'm just squeezing, wiggling, and then I'm releasing as I know I'm going to want to taper at the end. I release. And again here, you can just do a little wiggle. And I'm basically filling in the beard area here.
So pretty. Ahoy, Veronica. I just wanted to say hello to someone. She's from Slovakia.
Oh, and then you see here, the whole beard is done. That was pretty quick. And now,
very quick. Very, 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 very quick.
For the hat, I'm doing a circular motion now here.
What's the size of this tip?
It's 18.
18, yeah. That is a really nice tip, 18. I find it's really nice for decorating and for buttercream you're doing.
Here, a little swirl for the pom-pom. Okay. And now I'm going to find the middle, kind of, you just guess it, and I'm squeezing. And as I know I want to end, I release and I'm pulling down to create his little mustache. Now I'm going to do the nose in icing, but this would be a great one for the jelly bean or a gumdrop.
Yes, your jelly bean. I like the ones you showed in the beginning. The way you did the mustache differently, it really changes like their character.
Oh yeah, if you make
like you make it like long, straight, or you make it more horizontally.
So there's his little nose, and again, you can come in if you want just to kind of like take the peak out so that he doesn't have a carrot nose, not a snowman. And now I've got my black icing, and you can use pearls or you can color your icing, and I'm just adding 2 little dots.
You need a lot of food coloring when you're using the buttercream?
I used up my Halloween icing from the other day, so I darkened up, I think, my black or my gray.
And then orange, you can just add red and make red, right? If you had orange icing it's American buttercream, right? So you can freeze it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It freezes really well.
If you make Halloween cookies, you can freeze the leftover and then use it because it's only a couple months and it will last for a couple months, right, in the freezer. So you can then reuse it. That's great.
If you freeze them, and I buy donut paper, and so you freeze them single layer. Freeze the
donut paper.
It's like really tissue paper with a bit of wax on it.
Oh.
Very thin. And inexpensive. That's the big one, is that it's not
it's called donut paper.
Donut paper. And so when you freeze them flat, like single layer, then you can kind of stack them after with the donut paper. So it's like you're once they're frozen, they're less prone to squishing, but make sure you separate them when they thaw out. So I'm just going to do another one and then to just show you guys again, and then we'll pass the baton.
Please do.
So you see here, these lines are very helpful. It's a bit of a random shape, you know? So then just the half circle. And you can add other things to Santa. Santa doesn't have to be, you could do a dog, you could do, you know, you can have it be a different thing wearing a Santa hat. You could do Jack Skellington for Halloween. So now I'm just doing that face again, and I'm doing pink because that's what I had, but you can make the face color whatever you want. I'm just filling in the area, which I'm going to smooth out. My cookies are still pretty chilled, so it does help the buttercream having a cold surface. It's like working, I guess, on a cold cake.
Oh, they call them bakery tissues also, Cheryl says.
Oh, there.
Loose Shona.
I think they sell them like in 1,000 packs.
At Sam's Club in Dallas. So Sam's Club, or maybe like a different, like Costco or BJ's maybe have them as well.
Well, I bought them at a restaurant supply place. So now I'm doing the hat. I like to stay a bit away from the edge with the buttercream. I find that that's where it's more prone to getting dinged.
Yes.
And I mean, it does take a little bit more time to smooth out the icing like here, but it's not that long. The beard is so fast that you catch up on your time, you know.
Are you then wiping it into a tissue?
Yeah, I've got my paper towel here, and I'm just rubbing the palette knife down to get the remnants off. So there.
Oh yeah, Cheryl, things change right after the COVID or before or during the COVID.
And now here I'm just filling in right by the face, taking it down, doing a little wiggly motion. And you see you quickly fill in the beard area. It's pretty fast. There.
Diana, no, she's using a soft cookie recipe with chocolate chips. It's my blog, sour cream, soft cutout cookies.
And now a circular motion for the little hat trim, and the pom-poms a circle, like a cupcake swirl. Find the middle here, and then just squeeze and pull down to create your little mustache. And you see, if you leave a little bit, you can see the mouth there, you see?
Yes.
Cute little tail.
Really cute.
And I'm piping the nose, but you can use candy for the nose, so just a little dot.
Maybe you can tell us in the comments what you wish from Santa this year. It's that time of the year to write their letters, no?
Let me tell you, it's not so much a thing as just life back to normal, I'd like. And now a little dot for the eyes. And there he is. You see how quickly that came together?
Do you have the other one there?
Hold on, I'll bring them all. I have 4. Whoops.
Yeah, I like that they are all different. Even though they're same, but because of the mustache, they're different. You know what like.
Yes. No more COVID. Yes. So that's it. You see, so my tray is chilled because that was in the freezer as well. So then you just work on one and you can pop it back on the tray, and then they're still even frozen and you throw them back in the freezer. They don't even have time to thaw out. And then you can just put them back in the freezer, and you'll have them for your, occasion. And you should put them in a box, ideally. I don't know if the box that I used for Amber's birthday thing would work. I think it's not quite big enough.
Well, maybe.
It's not horrible. This was really not expensive, these ones. So it's not bad if you're making it.
Is it sold as a bakery box, or what is it sold as?
It's like for hamburgers or for salad or.
That's true. So, but you can use it for anything.
Yeah. It's actually made of it's like a cardboard, so it's more environmental than a clear, plastic. It's like paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know if I had it inside out. It says thank you there. No, I can't. Anyway. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. It's something different. And it would be a similar kind of concept if you were doing royal icing, if you wanted the textured beard. But then it gets a little bit harder. It's a completely different culinary experience eating a buttercream cookie and eating a royal icing cookie. Right?
yes.
So.
Oh, Louise, I hope you'll get the airbrush for Christmas. Since you've been extra good.
Yeah, have you been good?
All right, guys, so I'm gonna quickly show you a little sneak peek. You know how much I love making gingerbread houses, but I've never really made fall. I'm just gonna lift it up, fall gingerbread house, and this is our second fall here in Spain, and I have to say, despite the beautiful weather and the climate, I do miss the fall and the pumpkins and the leaves and all of that. So I created this little like a farmhouse,
Oh, here, let me switch you. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
So this is actually going to be out on my YouTube channel with all the details tomorrow.
So if you make this, you need that plank that you have it on, because that also, I have to say, adds to
it adds to the whole mood. It does kind of like, yes. And so on the back here, I'll show you quickly. These are the sprinkles from Wilton. So if you can now see, I'm sure they are probably coming up with all the fall stuff. So I just used, I don't have them here on hand, but they're really nice leaf sprinkles. And I also use them on the front here.
For your little wreath.
And for the back, for the walls, I used, I've never done this technique. I mean, I've done shingles where I had broken up royal icing, but this is actually stencil that I used, and I love that look, So you can learn all about it tomorrow, and I used my recipe from the blog to make the pieces. It's construction gingerbread dough, and that recipe alone makes about 3 of these. So you can.
Oh yeah, 3.
It's a big recipe. It's quite a big recipe. I'm going to.
Oh, that was something else.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was all right. Yes, all right. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna slide.
So from fall, now we're going to Christmas.
We're going to Christmas.
Oh, I started Christmas. You went to fall. Now back to Christmas.
Go back to Christmas. Now, don't forget that on Friday. Oh, let me bring this up. Okay. On Friday, I'm going to be doing these. So I wanted to just show you. You don't always necessarily need special cutters. This is a Snowman Cutter. And look how, it's going to work. Hopefully, this is just a rough sketch. But I'm thinking like the pumpkins could be even different colors. And the mouth could be black or purple, And I'm going to try to do a little outline with yellow there. All right. So that was a little bit of Halloween, right? So
is your cutter a big one?
No. This is actually, I believe this is an Clark cutter, I have to say. I think. But yeah, I do have a giant cutter. I have a giant cutter, and if you have a giant cutter, what would really be nice, you use a small cutter, like they have different cutters, but you probably have those too, like small cutters to cut out the mouth and then maybe do a color. I'm getting sidetracked here.
Infinite possibilities.
Infinite possibilities. So here, can you guys guess what I'm gonna be making? It's definitely like Christmas theme, and I'm making these for my gingerbread house. So traditional colors for this, it's red. It's red and there are flowers.
Normally red. She's doing it pink.
And I'm doing it pink just because, hell, I can do whatever I want, right? So I'm doing it pink, and I actually looked up, there are pink ones as well. Yeah. But what's really interesting, because I was looking, how many petals does Poinsettia, yes, Kim, that's correct. How many petals does Poinsettia have? And Poinsettia doesn't have petals. Apparently it does not have petals. It's the petals, it's something that it like, whatever. It started off as a petal, but it's not a petal.
It's their leaves?
I didn't really say. I was like, okay, so I'm looking at how many petals it has, but it said it doesn't have petals. So we learned something new today. All right. So I've got here my 2 shades of pink, and this is stiff foil icing, both of these. You can use a leaf tip. I didn't bother. I just cut both of them into a V shape. When you're doing that, you want to flatten your bag so the seam of the bag is on the side, okay? And then I like to cut it first straight. Oh, what? Well, I don't know. A laugh. And then you cut straight across like that. So you have basically created 2 corners, and you can use those to kind of create the V shape with the scissors. I find that's easier when starting as opposed to starting with a tip. Am I making myself? Oh yeah, it was for Amber actually, for Friday. I don't really do nail polish much, but this one is sticking around for whatever reason because I need to do more dishes for it to fall. All right, so I'm using 2 shades of pink, and this is green and yellow, obviously, and this is a bit more fluid, like piping consistency or somewhere around there.
They're very cheery Christmas colors.
What do you mean? Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm saying like it looks like a spring palette to me. So it's nice, you know. It's like it's
spring palette, really?
No?
Well, it's pink. Pink is my favorite color.
Pink, yellow, and green. It looks like, yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I suppose it does a little bit, but I'm going to use it because I figured it doesn't.
Well, there's no rules.
There are no rules. And when you look, there is a pink poinsettia.
There is.
What I was going to actually do, here is what I made here earlier. You let it dry, and then you could actually paint the edges with silver to give it a bit more like festive look, you know. So you can, or you could do gold if you prefer gold.
Well, the great thing about this is that they can be made so much in advance. So if you do want to do the gold detailing or paint whatever, you can do it a little bit.
Absolutely. So these guys that we are making, these flowers I'm making today, they are basically royal icing transfers, okay? And so the whole idea is that you pipe the flower, let it dry, and then I made this maybe 2 hours ago. So I don't know. Yeah, okay. So it's almost dry underneath there, but I'm gonna take a scribe here to show you. It's not complete. Can you see? Like it's not completely dry there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So ideally you want to let it dry overnight, and then you can remove it. I would probably paint it onto the parchment. I wouldn't remove it and then paint it because it's easier to handle. You can just hold it like this and then paint, as opposed to once this is loose, it's kind of like, oh, it's moving, and you know you're gonna have a hard time with it. You could always just leave them on the parchment as you are storing them. You don't have to remove them at all. You just store them on the parchment, layered between a paper towel or something, not paper, yes, paper towel, and yes, spring. Okay, I'm gonna surprise you with my gingerbread house for Christmas then. I also have some parchment squares here, okay? So I'm gonna start. And a flower nail. Okay, I like to make my flowers on a flower nail. I just find it works for me, but if you prefer, Marlene has done her hibiscus on a sheet. And you don't use a flower nail, correct?
Well, I do use a flower nail. It's just, I think that the sheet is just if you need to make a lot of something, you know, like it just, it's more for that I use the sheet, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, I just struggle with the sheet. That's what I'm trying to say. Like for me, it's just easier to make them with the flower nail. I don't know if it's the wrist or like how I have to sometimes, like you have to maneuver around it so you don't mess it up. Maybe on a smaller scale, I don't know. Well, anyway, so that's just how I operate. But you find your own way and you do it the way you are the most productive, I would say.
You're the boss in your own kitchen.
Yes. Now notice I put a lot of icing in my bag. Ideally, I should have put less. I don't know if you can see how much, but it's a lot. You see how much that is? Preferably, if you're just starting out piping these, it's better to use a bag filled with less icing because it's harder to kind of like pipe. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to kind of, Amber does this a lot. So I tried it and it actually does work. So you are basically just using this portion and you're pushing that out, okay?
So make sure that the bag is well sealed if you do this.
Yeah, yes. Yes, to make sure that the bag is well sealed.
Hey, bring it down a bit.
I'm sorry? Oh, yes, sorry. I'm all chatty today.
So I'm just mentioning at Global Belly, they still are running that Labor Day sale. So the kits are still 20% off if you guys want to stock up now for your holiday baking. If you haven't started, there's some great kits there to kind of establish your toolkit.
Oh, yeah, I just released a lot of Halloween kits, and you also have quite a few fall. Also, you have really nice um, coffee mug. Is it like coffee mug? Right? Coffee mug with the pumpkin pie?
Oh, yeah, the latte, the takeaway.
Oh, latte, sorry. Latte. So now I'm just gonna do green because the pink poinsettia, the ones I saw, they had like it was a yellow enclosed in the green, kind of like a pocket. That was the center. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. You can also use sprinkles if you feel like it. Here they
Oh, yeah,
are.
that's a good idea. So you're telling me that that's not a flower, that's leaves.
That's well, look it up, guys. I mean, like I said, this is also an educational episode, so you can look it up. Poinsettia doesn't have petals. Look it up. I'm not lying. I looked it up like 3 or 4 times. Like this is not for real.
Yeah,
So,
it matches my top. You
yeah, I know. I told you you're my favorite Canadian.
woohoo!
Now, obviously, this is a bit like if you're using sprinkles, I would suggest that you let the outer petals. I'm gonna call it petals because they are petals. Dry, and then you do the you add the green and sprinkles. But you can use it with you can use also yellow royal icing instead. All right, let's do another one.
So for processing, look, I'm just thinking in my head, if you were to do your green dot first, dip it in the yellow sprinkles.
Okay, let's try.
And then you wouldn't have to handle the sprinkles. Then you could just add all your petals around the green dot. Would that work?
Okay, let's try it. The only thing is like these are quite big, so let me just. This is from the little pouch, and if you've seen these guys, these are great. These are about $1 a piece, or maybe less.
Those little Wilton baggies are wonderful.
Oh, the centers are flowers. Oh, that would make sense. You mean the centers? Oh, I see. Okay.
The little pollen-y things.
Yeah, little. Okay, can you somebody tell us about that? The little pollen-y things. Do you remember the last week's lesson, Mark? About the truck?
Yes, we learned so much last time.
So I did flatten it a little bit. Now you see, like it's these are quite big. So
I like the way it looks. It looks very kind of.
Okay, let's see. I haven't tried it this way. This is not the usual way I make it, but let's see. The only way you learn is by trying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, my icing is a bit stiff, I feel.
Poinsettia always makes me think of my grandmother. So my grandmother was an extremely frugal woman, as many people from that generation, were. And so she had gotten a poinsettia for Christmas at one year. And so she, of course, didn't, she saved it past Christmas. And she really had a green thumb. The thing was higher, like it was the size of a tree. It was huge.
In a flower pot?
Yeah, she had it. It was huge, and it seemed like it was always in bloom. And I've had them. They always die.
You had what? You took it? And it
Well,
died?
no, but like people have given them to me, over the years, and they always die. Like I can't keep it alive at all.
Well, it's because you love them too much.
No, that must be it.
You probably water it too much, and then it hurts. And
You need those glasses. Hey, Heather, she needs here. I'm gonna put my glasses on.
me, I need the glasses. Do you see
My
me?
glasses.
Here,
Here, I'll show you guys my glasses.
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. You look like you're gonna perform a surgery really soon.
Those are for fine detail.
Well, do I look like I struggle? Like I feel like
it's very detailed, meticulous work.
Yes. No, I sometimes have to take them off. I have to say my icing is a bit thick. I don't know what happened, but so when it's thick, it's best to kind of move slowly so you get the point.
So June Googled it. The leaves for the poinsettia is a brax.
Brax. Hello, singer of song 61.
In Newfoundland. I visited Newfoundland a few years ago. I love Newfoundland.
That's what I thought. It sounded familiar.
It's a hot look. Yes, it is.
What's a hot look?
My glasses. Diana, those glasses are $18 on Amazon. Really affordable, and I have to say I like them.
Hello, Anne.
Hello. It is beautiful. We were there during this fish. I can't even remember these little fish. They were doing their when they lay their eggs on the beaches. We were there for that, so we saw the whales coming in and feasting on.
Oh yes, I remember that. I remember you. Yes, must have been really nice. It was maybe 3 years.
It wasn't so nice for the fish, but the whales were having a good time.
Well, that's the circle of life, I suppose.
Yes.
Right.
Hello, Alejandra.
Alejandra or Alejandra?
I believe that's how we pronounce it. Because there's Alejandro, and so she's Alejandra.
Alejandro.
You just switch out the last letter.
Hey, Mary.
Hello. It's like in Italian names too. You have Mario and Maria, or
Maria is Italian?
Well, Mary is kind of like more, and then Maria. I think it's like you hear that Maria in. To me, it's Italian-ish.
I don't know. I'm not very good with names.
Hello, Gemma.
These are quite small, but you can make them. I'm gonna try to make few that are bigger. Because this is like so tiny. I don't know why I always have to make tiny things. It's a curse.
Oh, now you're piping your dots.
Yeah, I find it's faster. I do like the sprinkles, but I wish they were a bit smaller, I have to say.
Yeah, they sell a limited amount of cut. Like they have the micro sprinkles for white. Have you ever seen those? The white micro nonpareil? CK makes them.
I do like the micros.
Yeah. I like the little ripple there.
Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm just going back like up and down with the tip, with the piping bag.
We've seen that technique on the mermaid tails often.
Yes. Sanding sugar, it would look, I'm sure, very nice with the sanding sugar. If I had some on hand, I would just dip it.
Are you downstairs in the studio?
Yes, I am. But I don't feel like getting up. Does that surprise you? I'm so honest.
Very nice.
What would I dip? The center? I could dip the center, I guess.
Come down, bring your hand down a bit.
Oh, sorry. So I'm using just a different color just to bring it so it has.
Yes, yes, and it is very, very nice. So if you guys are, any of you are beginners, royal icing transfers are a great way to practice because you don't have the pressure of the cookies there. You can just kind of make the transfers, and if they work out, well, you save them for your cookie projects, and if they don't, well, you can dispose of them.
What you can also do, you can also, and where's the paper? Here it is.
I think the nonpareil are just, the description is just that they're small spheres. They come in all kinds of colors.
You can do the 3, and then you'll pipe next 3 on top, kind of. And that will give it a bit more height. Although now it doesn't look like a poinsettia, does it?
But it is very pretty, whatever it is.
I mean, yeah, when you look at the poinsettia, it's very difficult. Like some of them have the leaves are not in any particular shape as they are building up, you know? Like you look at it, it's almost like random. Yes, absolutely. You could also make the center ahead of time. I've done that many times, and it works really, really well. For daisies, it does. I don't know if it would work for this particular one, but I think it. I mean, it would just make it easier. You pipe the centers, like Heather said, and you dust it all with either nonpareils or sprinkles or whatever, and then you let it dry. And it's an actual another transfer. Like let's say this is a transfer. Let me just grab this. I do have some centers. Maybe I will get up eventually, like finally, like.
Well, the thing about the centers is them you can do on a sheet pretty easily.
Just get my centers, so
right? You can pipe a sheet full of them, just coat it all with the nonpareil, let them dry. And if you're you have a full-time job and this is just a hobby, well, then you can kind of break up your steps a little bit more and have it be more manageable.
All right, so here's my little stash. So I've got some. Well, these are quite big. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. These are quite big. Let me see what I have here.
So Joanne's asking, Han, for your sunflowers, do you make your middles in advance for that?
For the sunflowers, no. Here are the sunflowers. Essentially, like when you look at it, this is a sunflower. So it's a pretty much the same technique, but the sunflowers have more petals, you see, like, or leaves or whatever you want to call them. It is done with a leaf tip as well, sunflowers, you see. But I tried making the centers ahead of time, but I wasn't loving the look, I have to say. It was kind of like it was too disconnected or something. Like I did these. I did transfers. These, I don't know if you can see, these are transfers with a star tip. See? And then I used it here. I don't know. You tell me. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, I feel like it needs to be pushed more because sunflower, when you look at the sunflower, I feel like the center is more like it's nested inside, and then you have the petals, no?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the ones that are there on the count. You know what I'm seeing is a chocolate M&M there.
Yes, this is, yes, and I've done these. This could be also used on a gingerbread house, and I might actually use this on this one because these are really nice.
Oh, those could be a replacement for the Necco wafers. And what are they called? Nico? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like the wafer, for the roof that you see the classic gingerbread house, those rainbow.
Yeah, so you can, and you can see these are pretty flat now. I have the same, and then I use them actually to make these little flowers. So basically you're making one royal icing transfer, but you're using a transfer that is already dry to kind of
two-step process.
Two-step process, okay? So if you have time, you can make your centers ahead of time. And
so Gemma, no, it's a royal icing dot. The brown there, that's not a chocolate. It's just a royal icing dot she made.
Yes, it's just I've got some small one here. Let's see.
Anne likes your textured middle with the star tip.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's different. It's just like, yeah, you have to kind of play with it to see if you like it or not.
Aaron likes the jimmies, the brown jimmies. We often see that.
Brown jimmies. I don't have brown jimmies.
No, but I
Oh, yes, I do have brown. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, for the center of the sunflower. Yes. These are so small, though. Now, like, look at my hand. I mean, these are quite small. You know, these are tiny, tiny. So the jimmies would be kind of very, you know, on a cupcake, I think it would be fine. I do like the texture of the jimmies, I have to say. I wish there were brown nonpareils. I don't think there are. So let's try.
I've never seen the brown nonpareil.
Have you seen brown? I don't like this one.
No.
Have you seen brown? I don't recall seeing brown
I guess
nonpareil.
you could do like black at this.
I've seen people color the nonpareils, but I don't know how does that work. Whether do they bleed then? You know?
Yeah, because as soon as they get wet, they would get like clump up and dry.
Exactly.
Just be a big mess.
So I don't know.
I guess you know what you could do? You could airbrush them. Once you're done, whatever you want to do. Let's say you're doing metals.
That's true.
Because if you were to do them in yellow and airbrush them in brown, you could not cover it completely. And so then you'd get like a bit of a shading, you know, like instead of having.
Let me put some green in there, and then I'll press.
There's chocolate nonpareil, Debbie. You've seen it? Powdered food color. Yeah, then they wouldn't get wet. That's a good suggestion.
I don't know if it reminds me of Poinsettia, though. This doesn't. It almost looks like. What am I doing wrong now? It almost looks like Daisy.
Thank you, Araceli. Thank you.
So I do have to say I like the 2-layer ones the best.
A brown fine tip edible marker. I guess you could, you know, kind of add some details to your middles. You're too high. A little bit lower. Good.
All right. So I'll do one more. Oops. It is not. I think it's a bit thicker for whatever reason.
Etsy sells brown nonpareil.
Yeah? I've never seen them. Never.
Cocoa powder. I've not found that cocoa powder adheres very well in my experiments. Walmart carries brown sprinkles. I bought these actually. These are actual chocolate sprinkles. These.
Oh, you have the fairy bread.
And these are
do something. They have a Scandinavian store here, and they have the assortment of sprinkles for their fairy bread. I mean, they sell it in pounds. Seriously, it's like it's a cake, correct? The fairy bread.
Well, this is bread, I think.
No, it looks. Can you show me the picture? It looks like it's just like that. Yeah, it's like a bread, and then it's very traditional. I think for I don't know. Which Scandinavian country?
But they're made with. This is real chocolate.
Yes, I agree, Heather. Yes, I think just the amount of petals is different. I mean, I'm using 6 for the poinsettia, and then my sunflowers are 8 petals. So I mean, it's the idea is the same. Correct.
Stipple. Yes. Cheryl's suggesting stippling the middles. Brown nonpareil on Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Right. Yes. That's what I found out today, that poinsettia doesn't have petals.
Interesting.
Weirdly, huh?
Interesting.
For me, actually. It was weird. But I did not know that.
Hallstrom toast. Well, I was actually contemplating making a vanilla
Hallstrom
this cake in a pan.
We need to do that because they have how much is it? Is it like 1 kilo or 1 pound?
380 grams.
Yeah, so it's very popular.
I got it at it's kind of like a store that's it's like a Greek store.
Greek store.
Yeah.
Right. So here, oops. So yeah. So that's it from me. I didn't really prepare anything special, but I'm gonna work on these. I think my icing is a bit thick because I do like the the layered ones. So for those, I use light pink, and then I added a set of racks, and I'll use it on my gingerbread house. I don't care what anyone says if it looks like spring-like.
Well, the thing is the gingerbread, like, first of all, cookie decorating at your house, I mean, you can do stuff any which way you want, right?
I have my silver here because I would then paint I think it's going to look really nice if I paint the edges with silver. It will look really nice, and then maybe I'll add like these guys around the house to go with like a silver theme, or I'll make gold, because these are also nonpareils that I used, and they are edible. These are not like the ones.
Those are from Spain, though, eh? You bought them at locally?
No, these are actually
CK?
Yes, they come in gold, pink, and silver.
Oh,
and
very nice.
They're really nice. They do have a little bit of luster to them. They are not as lustrous as these guys. Although these guys these are fully edible, and I bought.
Gorgeous. I love those.
I bought this year. I actually tried them. They taste like sugar. There is no spaghetti inside of these. They call
the spaghetti is not. I don't think I'd like that.
Sugar strands metallic silver. So so these are really great. But yeah, all right.
So I can't even say it, Camille, but you can see it there. It's the Y has like dots on top, so I don't know. You'd have to, I guess, go on the hunt for it, but I don't know what I didn't get them online. Like I say, I got them at my local kind of ethnic store that has all kinds of stuff for.
Fun, isn't it, to go to a different store and looking at the things that.
Well, I find it great that, people that immigrate here can still find the thing, like we love certain things that they can still get their favorite whatever that they like,
Yes, absolutely.
And so that store carries all their special kind of different products that everybody has their favorites that they're, accustomed to. So this store has, and I'll buy different things. I can't even read what it says, but I'm just like, I'm curious what it tastes.
You don't translate. I'm terrible. I am like, I'm standing with a box of sprinkles, and I'm like, Google Translate, like, what's this? What's that?
Oh yeah. Well, the one that I almost got in trouble one time because it was beautiful little candies all wrapped up, so pretty, looks so pretty. And then I did happen to read that day, and inside of this beautiful packaging was actually dehydrated fish. So I didn't take that one.
Okay, sorry, thanks. No. Oh, really? Dehydrated fish. Yes, Debbie, I absolutely agree. We can't always speak the same language, but we speak cookies. Yes.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely. I always think food connects people in general. It's something that, we all like. I like to eat, but like you sit at the table and you don't necessarily have to know the language, and you kind of,
Well, it's also a great kind of sort of travel, right? You get to a little bit go into like if you're going to a restaurant maybe that serves, you can try different things, gets you out of your bubble a little bit without traveling like officially on a plane.
I don't know if I'm understanding, Diana, what you mean. Sorry. Yes, you can use leftover icing to make sprinkles. Absolutely, yes. I have done that many times, but not always have time to pipe the lines.
I guess she's saying like buttering the bag.
Oh, not with real icing. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend them using butter and.
No, buttering the bag is a technique where you butter the bag with a darker color, for example.
Oh, you use striping. Okay, I didn't know. It's called buttering. I use the term striping.
Whatever. Anyway.
You learn so many things, Brax, buttering.
This is the learning channel.
Yes, powdered sugar here is very expensive. It's still giving me a hard time. Even the expensive one, it comes up like I've never seen before. And I regret one thing, guys, that I don't have a powdered sugar sifter. You know, the one, the cranking one?
Yeah.
I never needed one. Now it will be really useful because I have to like sift it. When it comes out of the bag, I have to show maybe next time on live how it comes out of the bag. It looks like little rocks.
And so, is it like the sifter you're talking about? Is it like a potato ricer?
Oh, potato ricer.
Yeah, potato ricer.
You mean the? I suppose. No, the sifter, powdered sugar sifter. It's a fun, it looks like a chimney, you know.
Oh, I've never seen it.
There's like a sieve on the bottom,
Mm.
and then you put it in, and it inside, outside is like a cranking mechanism, and you just boom, boom, and it comes out for the bottom.
It adds a very labor-intensive.
Yeah, that's a great question. Marlene is more than excited to answer your question.
What? Which one? Oh, I just put them in lipstick storage. It's like a lipstick holder.
Brilliant idea, isn't it? It works so well. You can get a big tower of it or smaller ones. There are, like steps and stuff.
So the lipstick is actually exactly the size of of those little bottles.
Yes, I also use a mesh strainer, but when I have to sift 3 kilos of, and I'll show you next time. I promise I will show you what's coming out of the bag that I have to sift. It's not easy to sift, I have to say. I have to use a spatula to push it kind of through. Yeah.
What if you pulse it in your food processor?
And then I have to clean the food processor. The problem is also I don't know why some of the powdered sugar I get, I sift it and there's so much of it in the air.
Yes.
I'm not sure why. The other brand doesn't do it, but 1 or 2 brands I've tried. I mean, I'm sifting it, or I'm just going to like mix it, and there is like an explosion
of powder,
powdered sugar smoke or whatever. So it's quite. I use a large round sifter, 12-inch with a fine screen. It works fairly quickly. Okay, guys, thank you so much for letting us. We always learn something new.
Well, the thing is that I've learned, especially with you moving to Spain, is really the level of difference in ingredients. People are working with things, very different, like trying to follow the same recipes, but working with very different ingredients.
Yes, Diana, you can absolutely do that. I've done that if you watch, I have a live video and also tutorial on how to make succulents, and I use this technique there, where you use 2 or 3, sometimes even 3 different colors or gradient colors to achieve the look of the petal flowers or succulents, and it all comes out through one open tip, so it does look a bit more natural, I have to say.
We take our shipping internationally for granted here in North America. It's a little more complicated in Spain, from what she's learned, eh, Han?
Yes. Time to make those Santa cookies in pumpkin shape. Oh, that will be a challenge for you.
Well, I did them. There's a Global Belly kit if you want to see the pumpkin buttercream version.
Here? Do you?
Hey, I'm sorry, what?
Do you have it here? Is there a picture here?
No, but they're in the freezer. Here. Oh, no, the kit is there, actually. It is there, the picture. Hold on a second. It's, you're looking it away. It's at the bottom there.
Oh, let me take okay.
But those are basically the similar technique with the buttercream there in the bottom left. And
the pink, the purple.
Yeah, and that video is on my Facebook. I had posted that, the fast instrumental kind of version. So yeah.
Your Santa as well. It's a different beard.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody.
Friday, like I said, I'm gonna be doing. Today was unexpected. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. I'll be honest. So I just did that. But on Friday, I will be doing these guys for Halloween. So if you have a snowman cutter, you can make these also. I'm hoping to make them as simple as possible.
I love the mouth.
The mouse, yes, I'm gonna try.
Very nice, man. Can't wait to see. So it's Amber and Han on Friday. Hopefully you join us.
If you missed our live on Friday, I did these cute little nail polish piñata cookies for Amber.
Was Amber? Well, Amber's birthday was yesterday, but we did the cookies for her on Friday, so you can watch the replay if you're interested to see.
And don't forget to tune in on my YouTube channel for a full new video on the gingerbread house, fall gingerbread house I showed you earlier today. It's a really nice one. I'm so pleased with that one. I'm never letting it go.
Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. See you Friday. Bye.
Bye.